Yeah, it's like
Okay.
post Easter clarity sounds like it's like some kind of orgy
Yeah.
just happened. Which I say that I saw like in the list of games I got, I just was reminded I had like mouth washing on in my Steam library.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that game.
Well, yeah, I mean I only got it because it's like, oh, this will get removed because they're clutching their pearls and everything.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, we should be live.
Together here, get this stuff together. Go 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, I hear myself. I hear myself
Okay.
doing a terrible rendition of the Cowboy Bebop theme, so we're good on the audio front.
Hey, we got a
The game.
chatter already. We got Mr. Greer back
Hey, we're here.
again.
How's it going?
How you doing, sir?
I don't know about you, but I'm doing okay.
We're doing all right. Having our post-Easter clarity.
Yep. We just got done from like the furry orgy, the furry orgy at the Pentecostal church of people who are a little too handsy. You know what I mean? No, seriously. Like my mom, she goes to like this, not like the actual like church itself. Like they have like a charity thing where they give
Yeah.
food out for free, and they're like, and like my understanding is like whenever she first went there, they're like putting their hands on her head, like, oh, bless God,
Oh.
and I'm like,
Oh,
I'm like,
okay.
I'd be like, if it was me there, I'd be like, keep your hands to yourself, dude. Seriously, I don't even know where your hands have been. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Jeez, they must have been going through withdrawal during COVID.
Yeah, you say that, yeah.
I've always seen like religious groups like that on TV, but I've never like been around people that do the whole like hand on the head thing.
Yeah, it gets wild. Yeah, I'm like thinking, there's some forms of religion I can. I would personally be like, I'm good. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to. Did the Mario Galaxy movie come out like in the last 24 hours?
I think it was like April 1st or 2nd it came out.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah, I
remember
think
seeing
it's
like,
already up to like 300 million or something.
oh wow.
Yeah. So I did watch a couple reviews for it. It seems like it seems like the general takeaway is like Peach is the main character and she's like more of a
Again,
girl boss this time. Yeah. But like at least like Mario and Luigi had something resembling an arc in the first movie. And it sounds like in this one it's just like video game cutscenes, the movie, like
okay.
video game set pieces
Well,
and
cause yeah, I mean,
references galore.
yeah, but it's like I know they have what's his face. They have Fox the Cloud.
Yeah.
Other characters that it's like, I'm like, okay, well at least they're going to do something with Star Fox, I guess.
Yeah. I heard Miyamoto shut down the Smash cinematic universe talk.
Oh
So
really?
it's more, yeah.
You
And I
that's what
heard,
they
well,
that's what
yeah, I
they
heard,
like, and it's just like, I'm not Sakurai, you know.
yeah, yeah. I heard, like everyone really likes Fox in the movie, but he only shows up like towards the end, just for like a couple minutes.
Well, I mean, because it's like that's like the Nintendo IP that, I mean, other than that one Ubisoft game on the Switch, he hasn't really done anything.
Yeah,
Like, if you want to talk about Wii U ports that haven't been come out, and I don't know if it's just isn't viable because the game just didn't do well at all because people freaked out over the over the force motion controls, which I mean I don't know.
Yeah.
I heard like Electric Underground. He's like, yeah, reviewers suck at games, and this their take on like the motion controls. I guess because oh sorry, yeah,
I didn't get hit.
I thought it, yeah, it said I hit, yeah.
Oh really? Okay, that's weird. I didn't get touched at all.
Must be poor net code going on there, but anyways, yeah, he was talking about how like in Star Fox Zero. I
mean, reviewers do suck, but I have that game. I really don't like how it controls.
Yeah,
like, it's very unnecessary. Like, it's bad when Scott the Woz doesn't defend a Wii U game.
Yeah, I mean, I got a little distracted there because I was doing something on my computer, and it was like, you want to replace this, or like, I just like, no, don't replace any of it. So I don't think I'm gonna be clutching anything close to first place on this one, but whatever.
Okay, yeah. That's how this game be.
Well, this time it's mostly just because I'm doing this on computer, and all those things. It's like, why don't you have another computer set up? It's like, well, this is like not something I intend. It's like it's not worth having like a setup like that for like something that's gonna happen like once or twice.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, he was saying like the turning, like because of like the gyro, you can like make shots and stuff that you wouldn't be able to make in like Star Fox 64.
I mean, I guess because of how they tailored the game around that control style, I suppose you could say that, but like, it really could have just worked with like the regular view, and they could have still added gyro, to fine tune your aim. Yeah, like you don't need the gamepad just, to get precise shots. Like you could still have gyro aim like how Breath of the Wild and Splatoon does.
Yeah, I mean, I also think it's just also the fact that it's like, oh, we're doing Star Fox 1 and Star Fox 64 again.
Yeah, again.
like at least like the GameCube games had like some like advancement in plot and like new characters and stuff, from what I understand.
Yeah. I know people don't care for like the non-space sections in Star Fox Soul, but I thought it was a nice addition. Like, change up the pace, that you're not just doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, the whole game. Yeah, isn't there like on foot sections where you like get like a freaking assault rifle and everything?
Yeah, there's like a bunch of different weapons you can get, and you could do like a 4-player deathmatch in that style too. And then you get the Landmaster and other stuff.
But then they go out and release Star Fox Command, and then they're like, so Star Fox got like rejected, got dumped by Crystal. He goes and gets drunk, and he decides to become an F-Zero G racer. Also, there's another ending where Crystal like basically becomes a pariah and calls herself a cursed, or like some other fan fiction stuff where it's like, I know I made that one comment like earlier, privately. Like, it feels like this is like some AI. You have like the whole voice replacement thing, whatever you record. It feels like this is a precursor to what AI has become.
Yeah. Oh, did you watch that video clip I sent of the Pakistani Sonic commercial with the auto dub?
Yeah, I think I've seen that before. Like not like in a different context. Like I specifically remember the weird like Knuckles like on playing baseball.
Yeah.
He has like twin tails like Asuka from Nick Evangelion.
Yeah, no, that's a classic, but YouTube has this new like auto dubbing thing.
Yeah, so, I did notice that like the voice was like yeah. It's kind of like the narration that they had for the Prime 4 trailer and some of the other trailers and stuff that they do with like the Switch, where it's like kind of distracting. I'm like, did this really need a narration?
Samus can jump. Samus can open doors.
Although to be fair, in seeing the final game, it's like, well, what else are they going to show off?
Samus can go in a straight line.
Also, she has like a really big like desert she has to explore now. she has to get like these green crystals.
Yeah.
You know, and apparently you have to get like half of them or something to even beat the game.
Yeah.
Say nothing about getting like a boost to your power-ups.
Yeah.
And then, and also there's this Silex guy that, you know, we're contractually obligated to put in. And we could have come up with a better
explanation to write the worst backstory imaginable.
Yeah.
For a villain who was hyped for like 20 years.
Well, here's a question I have to ask about Hunters itself, because I've never played the game. Not that there's no desire to, it's just, you know...
Yeah.
I have, like, a lot of games in the backlog, and, you know, so... My question is, in Hunters itself, do you have the scan visor like in the other games, like for the single player?
Yeah, okay. You can scan everything.
So when you scan, like... the other hunters, does it give you like a dossier like, okay, this is who they are, or is it like just like, oh, this is their ability, and you know?
It's not like the way it is in Prime 4 when you scan the GF troopers and it gives you like their entire backstory and like private details, but it does like, I think if I remember correctly, because it's been forever since I played it, but it gives you like the Galactic Federation like file like on them basically. Like it's not super long, but it's not like short and pointless either.
Okay, so in the context of the original game, all with Silex, he really could have just been some dude who's like, they could have just put in like, so this guy was just a guy who is starting like, he's just some innocent dad starting like an ice cream truck business, and then a big giant you know, attack, like, you know, went wrong, burnt his, like, ice cream truck down, and it killed his family. And now he swears revenge, and Samus was involved somehow in this. Like, it could have just been something like that, and that would have been a lot.
That would have been 10 times better than what we got.
Because you want me to tell you what I think, what my impression of the Hunter is, like just in general. I know there's, like, Weevil, and there's, like, Grace and obviously Silex, but like my impression of them like in their story is like they could have just been like the Unreal Tournament character like descriptions. Where it's like, I know in like the single player they have different stats. Maybe I mean I've never played Unreal Tournament like online, so I've never gotten, you know, a taste of like the tier list and why Zahn or Malcolm is like the best character in the game. Or whatever, you know. I don't know if like they're just skins in the multiplayer, or if the stats that they have in the single player carry over, or like reflective of like the multiplayer. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what that reminds me of with the Hunters, where it's like they just have some random story and it doesn't really amount to anything, you know.
Yeah, they really weren't like beholden to anything with what they did in Hunters, because when you scan him, or like if you read his back, Jesus Christ, monster truck. Right?
Yeah, I saw that. Like, bro, starting off with a monster truck.
Right. But yeah, they really aren't beholden to anything, because like when you scan them, or if you just read the little thing from the instruction book, it's like, this hunter's from this planet. This is what their goal is. And then like in the case of Weevil or Silex, they're like, oh, they hate Samus. So it's like, okay. Got it.
Whereas all the other guys like Trace, and I don't even know the other guys. The only one I know is Trace because I think his name's like the easiest to remember.
Yeah.
And also like I don't know, he's that red dude, right?
Yeah. And he's the only sniper.
Oh really? So you can like get like no scopes and quick scopes and one shot everyone with them?
Yeah. And so when you're playing as him, if you stand perfectly still, you turn invisible.
Oh, okay. That's actually. Remember, I think there's like another thing in like another FPS where it's like that. You know, you're invisible and you're standing still.
Yeah.
But I don't really remember. Maybe I'm thinking of like the I don't know if you ever played Battlefront 2, like the original Battlefront 2.
Yeah, I played it.
Okay. I think the Rebels are like I forget what it is, but like the ones that like shoot like gas. And like disintegrate you. Like, kind of reminds me of that because I think they're kind of sort of invisible, kind of sort of.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember like his gimmick stood out the most to me. How unique it was.
I think it's also that that wasn't a game actually made by Prime by Retro or Nintendo.
Yeah, it
Like
was made by NST.
NS,
I have no idea if they're
not
still around.
NST, not NFT. You know,
Yeah.
you're not gonna get like in trouble for
I
like
got two
taking a
monster
picture,
trucks in a row.
someone's like ROM file on a computer or something or whatever. Which even then, I'm like, how does that even work? Like, where they
Yeah.
like how do you like, what if you like take a picture of? I mean, I understand like maybe with a phone. Like, what if I use like an old DSLR or something? You know?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess that's why NFTs are so short-lived. I feel like they were just preying on like boomers' ignorance of like how technology works or something.
Yeah. Yeah. This PNG is like super, like copyrighted because reasons.
Yeah.
Stone Cold Saxo.
Kiki Slim.
And if it was Stone Cold Steve Austin, I'd be like, well, I don't think I stand a chance. So I didn't get to see the entirety of like the LTT video. I just saw like the first like minute and 50 seconds or whatever.
Yeah, I
Like,
watched about that much too, and then I watched somebody else like covering the video, basically calling out all of Linus's BS.
Yeah, which is like, dude, you know,
Yeah,
like how is it like a gamer airport or a plane? Like, what, are you gonna be playing games while you're?
yeah.
I just this in, crazy Canadian computer YouTube business owner causes maximum damage and like kills like all of his VIPs, and we're having a big giant like investigation into the Canadian regulations, not to mention their ties to China.
Yeah. Like I saw, yeah, from what I saw of the interior, it didn't look like they modded it to like look all that game. Oh, I got a network error.
I was like afraid that was gonna happen.
Yeah, they kick you out too.
No, I'm still in the lobby.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
it didn't even
really
look that like.
it.
Yeah, they didn't like customize it. It didn't look gamery. They didn't put RGBs everywhere, and
like you paid $0 for it supposedly.
Yeah, so what he meant by that is the price of jets like that are around 5 million, and he said his uncle is like a pilot and a mechanic or whatever, so he got them a good deal on it. But like apparently these things have like around 10 to 12 year lifespans, and that's when you have to like basically like refurbish everything, and then like what's expected is you use it for that amount of time and then you sell it. So his logic is, okay, I bought it for this much, and by the time we're done with it, we're going to sell it for just as much. So it technically costs $0, which I don't think that makes sense, because you still have to do like maintenance and fuel and all that stuff.
Yeah, and also you have to replace parts if parts go bad, and you have to deal with like parts like come in to you have to send back. There's certain other things I could say about that are kind of that I could say that are like kind of specific, but I don't want to say about live, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I did see the invite you just sent.
Okay.
But yeah, that was just like, okay, he just has a random uncle. That'd be like saying my uncle works at Nintendo.
Yeah.
You remember like Ryan of like Screenwave. People would, I remember one of the comments in like one of his videos with him and Mike was like, Ryan seems like someone who would be on the playground saying like my uncle works at Nintendo back in the day.
Yeah.
That's not even mentioning like that last video where he's wearing a freaking shirt. You know,
Did they ever like get an update on him? Like, has he fully tuned out or?
I don't. I think at this point with like Screenwave, they're just like they just don't even like want to draw any eyes on him because they just
Yeah,
know it's like bad PR.
yeah,
I mean, I can't imagine anyone watching Ninus at this point. You know, like unironically.
yeah. I mean, a
Yeah.
lot of normies do, but yeah, as far as like people that take tech seriously, like I don't know how he still has an audience.
Like at least I understand like Louis Rossman. You know, there are certain things he like, advocates for and other things. You know,
Yeah, like he actually still does some good, even if the ways he goes about it is
kind
kind
of
of
slacktivist. You know, a little bit.
yeah, yeah. And then there's well, everybody still says, at least on like G and like YouTube comments and stuff, everyone still sucks off Steve from Gamers Nexus, calling him Tech Jesus and stuff like that. But
Oh, I
like,
get it because he kind of looks like him, I guess, a little bit.
yeah, but it's like all of his quote unquote like tech activism that he does on his second channel or whatever, it's like it's just thinly veiled like anti-Trump, anti-conservative stuff. And then like I remember like in the past, like he's like when he's reviewing stuff, he's like melted down. Like, so let's say he buys like a little PC or whatever, some kind of gadget, and it comes with a USB charging cable, and the charging cable is in a plastic bag. He'll have a meltdown over that because it's not recyclable or whatever. And he'll be like, "Oh, we need to freaking cancel this company for still using plastic bags." In the big 2020 or whatever.
Okay. I mean, you know, to a certain extent, I wasn't surprised, but like once you went to like plastic bags, I'm like, dude, what's next? Is he like one of these people who like wants to like take a plastic straw and shove it up his you know what?
Probably.
Um, yeah, I'm in the lobby now.
Okay.
I know you're still setting stuff up, so you know, do whatever. Or at least you know, based on the stream from like 10 seconds ago, you know.
Yeah, I was trying to see what I could do, but I don't think it's gonna make much of a difference.
Not in a game with as much luck as this. I
Yeah.
see you're going with Miss Miss Innocent Soul herself,
Yeah.
Incorruptible Pure Goodness, or whatever that one trope is called on TV tropes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
In 30 seconds, 31 seconds now. I don't know.
Hello, everyone.
Jeez, I'm gonna boot me again.
You're gonna boot us both because you're the leader this time.
Oh yeah.
Unless that's not how it works. We're gonna need like an update to improve the matchmaking.
Yeah, I have no idea how this online works. It's the most inconsistent thing ever.
Oh, here we go.
Would rollback netcode help a racing game at all?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, okay, so rollback netcode isn't just for fighting games. I mean, technically, it dates back to like Quake 3 and Unreal Tournament.
Okay.
I mean, Quake is just the bigger one, so obviously it gets like a lot more attention.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, if you have like a game from like the late '90s, you know, on an era of like dial-up, has like better internet than like than most like the Japanese-made fighting games until COVID. It's like, what's going on here? Like at the very least, like you know, ArcSys went back and added like rollback to like Guilty Gear XX and XR, and also BlazBlue Central Fiction. I don't know about Cross Tag Battle, but I don't think that many people are like, yeah, Cross Tag Battle, this random like asset dump game, you know.
Yeah.
But like other games like Street Fighter V, I mean there was like I think it had like rollback, but it was basically not installed correctly.
Okay.
So it was like because it was, what happened was someone like a mod of like not a mod, but like they they fixed the thing up that they said if they had access to the source code, it could have been fixed in like 30 minutes as opposed to like 3 hours.
Oh wow.
And it was only like temporary because once once the actual like devs got a hold of it and found out like what was going on, because see what it was only for the PC version because there's like the crossplay thing going on.
Yeah.
So what happened was what's his face? Not Parada, the guy who was running it at the time. Oh no, Yoshinori. Oh no.
Oh
yeah. He was like, I've been made aware of the situation, and then that's when they like basically made that like fix like irrelevant. Because what would happen is if you're like playing PS4 and you're playing, against a PC player, it just wouldn't work.
Oh, okay.
Because PS4 version, not a computer.
Yeah.
But obviously, with Street Fighter 6, my understanding is obviously, they got their act together. I mean, I heard even like base Street Fighter 4, like the original release of Street Fighter 4, which, remind you, does not work with like Super and Ultra and all the other versions that they've released since. I heard that like still has good online. Like you can even go get people like on the 360 and like other versions of it.
Yeah.
Which is wild to me. Because like the other versions you can, I mean, especially by the end of the just like base Street Fighter 4, Super Street Fighter 4, or the arcade edition, which I think is like, I think I read that was like supposed to be the final version.
Yeah.
Of like FF4. Before second Cross Street Fighter happened and they ruined their whole like reputation with that.
Yeah.
They like that. I think that the base version of that works with you can still put it like arcade edition for Ultra Street Fighter 4 if you wanted to. You just wouldn't be able to play as like all the other characters that they added in Ultra.
Okay.
But the thing is, I heard about Ultra Street. So you know how like Ultra like Street Fighter 4, you have like the Ultra gauge.
Yeah.
So they added Elena because she was in like Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Yeah.
And the thing is that the Ultra gauge, the more damage you take, the more it fills up, right?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: one of her Ultras is a healing. So you have something that you take damage, and you then use it to heal. What do you think that does to the competitive matchups?
Oh,
at events. Yeah, so she ended up being like one of the best characters in the game, and kind of ended up ruining the whole game. Just because of that one buff. And it's just like them taking one of her supers from like Street Fighter 3 and just transplanting it into Street Fighter 4 where it doesn't really work as well.
Yeah.
So.
Let's go.
Come on.
Hooray!
Yes.
Hello, everyone.
Does Proto Man have a voice?
I think he does. Like whenever you go, it's like come in that last place. He's like no. It kind of sounds like what I think what's his face Fallon sounds like. I think whenever he fails like QTEs, which you don't have to do in that game, by the way, from what I understand, he's like no, or something like that. It's wild how that he gets one chance to make a game, and he fumbles the ball like a big giant oof that was heard around the world kind of way.
Yeah.
Full Alchemist. I feel like I've seen that name before.
Yeah, definitely. That guy's been with us a couple times.
Recurring character.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I watched that free run video that I don't know if I mentioned it on the stream yesterday.
Yeah.
I I was like, oh, okay. So it's like the same thing where you have these people, who infiltrate not just countries, but like any interest.
Yeah.
The Anita Sarkeesians, that Zoe Quinn types.
Yeah.
And it's like the same thing, but like, on a mass scale. I think I had heard that's like the premise of Rerun is that there's these like demons and they're like actually like I mean there's a lot of like anime where it's like the main characters are like demons and they're like supposed kind of like any like any superhero where they're misunderstood.
Yeah.
But
That's been like the anime trope for the longest time. Is all these demons are just misunderstood.
Yeah. I mean, I get like some characters like Dante. That's the whole idea that he's like half human, half demon because his father was like the warrior and he like rebelled against the final boss of the first game. Which, by the way, I think I heard that final boss had like the first phase is basically just a space harrier shout out.
Oh,
time to go frenzy. I forgot how crazy that it fills up with the frenzies.
Yeah, this is my favorite one. Probably not
Artemis Owl.
Best track to get it on though.
Oh! I just like knocked that big giant
the donut
donut out of the way. These nuts. That's something I just said. I was like, I was at work once.
Yeah. Jeez.
So they said, I'm assuming you don't really keep up with like the AM2R updates with like 2.0 and all that.
No, I haven't really been checking the server. Just the few times you sent me the posts.
Yeah, and I understand. It's just I'm like thinking, okay, if that comes out right before we do the actual like LP, it'd be like perfect timing,
Yeah. So I would still kind of want to like do the original because that's what we all like became a fan of,
I get it. At the same time, I could also see it like being good for reviews. Like if we like the week of it releases.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah, that's true.
And it's like, yo, we're demoing it the first time. We don't know what all the changes are. I mean, obviously they've had some pictures of stuff. Oh, I don't know if who knows. Maybe us talking about it on live stream might be jinxing things. Although I don't think it's gonna be like that big of a deal because it's just like an update of the original game.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Although maybe if I say it right now on live stream, I'll get the good kind of jinx. I'm gonna assume that if there is like a ending where Samus isn't fully armored, I'm gonna assume they've like made her uglier or something.
Wait a minute. Did they say that they're changing the ending images? Or
I got a network error.
Oh, really?
I got a network error. Yeah.
Looks like it's
because I remember at one point they were asking for artists, so it sounded like they were doing new, or maybe they were just like adding new endings for like different environments or whatever, or different modes.
I think I thought it said like adding something new. But maybe I think I do vaguely remember seeing something like they didn't want to reuse the art because there might be like some drama or something.
Yeah.
Man, this is a long please wait. I know you just got booted, but I'm in the lobby here.
Oh, you got into the lobby?
Yep.
Okay. Well, customize.
I guess if the group leader gets booted, then it's all good.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, given the kind of people we're dealing with on that server, like, what are the odds that the new artists won't create drama?
Yeah, especially whenever they're like they have the thing where like, okay, we desperately have a release date and we really want to get this thing out, but it's like I'm like thinking, okay,
Yeah.
It's like there's such a thing as delaying it. I know you guys have been working on it for 10 years supposedly, but here's the thing. I understand if like it's a free thing or they're not getting any money for it, because if you get money into it, things get complicated very quickly legally.
Yeah.
But 10 years, I don't know.
Yeah, for like a graphical revamp that isn't even
There's I know there's like
that
sound effects
huge.
and other things,
Yeah.
But I guess the way I look at it is like Daisuke Amaya, the cave story guy.
Yeah.
Like that guy. I mean, I don't know how long it took for him to make Cave Story, but I mean, and I don't know if it's like if Cave Story is like even comparable to like a Metroid game in terms of like the scope of amount of work. But, I mean, I know it's like a Metroidvania.
Yeah. Also, that's like one guy making a whole game versus like a bunch, like a Discord server full of volunteers.
Yeah, and I could see like great coordination wise, but you'd think though like with more people, more hands on board, like stuff would get done more quickly or at least more effectively. As opposed to like just being one dude by himself, and he has to like do everything.
I mean, I guess that's what happens when you cultivate a server full of like mostly woke people, then they get into like purity spirals over stuff probably.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know. Here's the thing, like when it comes to like purity spiraling, like I guess a thought I've had is like, what exactly counts as like purity spiraling? What's like keeping the gatekeeping? I guess gatekeeping, not gatekeeping. I want to make sure I clarify what I just said.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is a thing. Sometimes I'll say something, I'll be like, it comes off like different over the stream sometimes.
Yeah. And Discord's compression isn't always the best.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I mean, I guess the easiest thing to point out is like the woke crowd when they're like when the whole like pronoun thing started, and then they're like, please,
please respect it,
Yeah, please respect it. Then they keep coming up with more and more pronouns, and then I don't know if you ever saw it. There was that one like viral video of this one like conference. I don't even know what it was about, but like the speaker, every time like she went to say something, like somebody else from the audience would raise their hand and like have a new complaint, and like their whole thing is being woke and inclusive. So the lady would try and say something, and then someone would sit and be like, please don't clap. It's I'm very sensitive to noise, so please don't do that. Snap your hands instead. Then everyone does that, and then
I'm like thinking, just bring some earmuffs, dude. Earplugs. I mean, like that's what you do when you go to metal bands, don't you? Or metal events,
Yeah. I mean, I use earplugs. Some people think they're too cool for that, but and then
too cool, and yet they get, and then like a few years later, why can't I hear anyone?
Yeah.
All right.
So then like she'll talk for like 2 minutes more, and then somebody else will snap and like, please use these pronouns when you're referring to the entire crowd, because we have this and this diverse people in our crowd. And the lady's like, you could hear the lady like sigh on the microphone, but she's still of that stuff, so she's still she puts up with it. And
yeah, it's like, well, I'm getting paid who knows how much money to be here and talk about all this.
Yeah.
I could just imagine like pre code of conduct lineup being like, okay, look, fuck you. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. He was like asked about the NVIDIA thing, and he was like, oh no, I'm not going there. I'm not going there.
Yeah.
And so one of the comments in that video is like, I've had the middle finger thing as like my grub like boot screen for like the longest time. Yeah. Hey, still just setting things up.
Oh, you're back in the thing.
Yeah, I sent you an invite.
Okay.
I don't know if you like saw it while we were talking about like,
Oh,
people
no, I
being
didn't
like,
see.
well, people are being like that one clip of like where Sam Hyde's listening to the like trial of the one kid being like, just a heads up, I have Down syndrome, and then I feel like that you could like take that part of like the clip out and make like a general like meme image like GIF clip
Yeah.
or something like that of like someone like be like like hitting the fucking trash when they're like
Yeah.
see something stupid happening.
Yeah. Wait, are you okay? I didn't see you, so I was like,
Oh yeah, I saw in the video like 10 seconds ago roughly.
yeah,
That's some console. I mean, that's the Switch for you, I guess, but still.
yeah, or just Sega's netcode. Could be either one.
Yeah, I think they added rollback netcode to like after it released on the PC version to VF5, like the standalone VF5, not like the versions of it on like Judgment and all that.
Yeah,
Which if you want to play like the original like graphics of VF5, that's how you play. You gotta play it like in Yakuza 7 or
okay.
any of
Is it
those
the full
two.
game or is it just like a versus mode? Arcade
It's like a versus art mode. Or how it works is you can do like versus mode, or like the extra games when you load the game up. But if you want to play like the computer, you just gotta go in the arcade mode. Go in like the actual game and like put in like coins. Use yens for coins and stuff.
Yeah.
My understanding is like internally, like people have tried to like go and make it like playable by itself. It's just like the Xbox 360 version. But yeah, it is kind of a shame because like if someone could, because I don't think that mod got like allowed development. It's like version 0.1 on the GitHub last I checked. But it's like, man, if only they could fix this up and get all like the DLC added in, then you can like customize it. I mean, I'm not really one to care that. I mean, Final Showdown doesn't have that much single player content other than arcade mode, have fun, and like every other Virtua Fighter game, there's no endings. Like there's not even like Tekken ending where it's like they're doing something cool. It's just like, well, here's the credits. The only thing that's different is if you win without losing, you have like a different ending credit song sung by Takanobu Mitsuyoshi, the Daytona guy.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of cool, but I heard like Revo, they added like an actual like single player mode that's like kind of like some of the stuff they're doing now with like Street Fighter 6, where it's like a world tour and you kind of go around fighting random. I mean, technically that was like something they did in VF4, and I've heard some people say like some of the changes that they made to VF5 Revo have not been great.
Yeah.
As of late, but I don't know the details. I just know that like they announced Virtua Fighter 6, and I'm still like wondering like, okay, they showed off Ganondorf, also known as Wolf, apparently, and it's just been kind of the silent treatment ever since, which is not a good sign.
How long ago was that when they announced it?
That was like a year and a half ago. It feels like at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe it was last year, but it feels like it's been so long that they showed off. It was just like Wolf. It was just like a teaser. It wasn't even like gameplay.
Yeah.
Like Wolf is back after he's now like part of this like stable called the Pack or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I just nearly dodged that. Uh-oh. There we go. Well, I got some height here.
Oh no!
Sorry. Height mogged. Cortisol spike.
Cortisol spike. Been mogged to death.
And I think of like people, like guys and like height and stuff. I think about that one guy who's like, yeah, I'm 5'6", and he's like getting all like in someone's face at like a subway or something.
Oh yeah.
That'd be like the perfect thing to have like someone have like someone at the server being like, "Sir, this is the subways,"
Yeah, right.
but it has to be like someone like yelling like from the serving like from the serving bench or whatever.
Yeah. Sir, this is a subway. Get your foot long or get out.
You'd be like, "Take that foot long and shove it up your POS or whatever." You know, the one Jared Fogle guy.
Yeah.
That's wild. I remember seeing like that one short. I think I shared with you one where the guy says like, "Oh yeah, I went to the same prison that Jared Fogle was at. And he's got like a big giant entourage,
Yeah.
like following around."
Yeah, that's crazy because everyone's like, "Oh, those people they get like beat up in jail and stuff," but he's
Or like
seems
killed
to be-
or
he's-
whatever.
Yeah, but it seems like he's living large. Not as large as he used to be living before Subway, but I'll be back real quick.
Okay. Cool. Hey, Kyle. How's everyone's day going? It's going well. Starting in 2, 1. Yeah, I'm a little behind. The stream's a little behind from what's actually going on. For Kara is still watching. I will say we appreciate everyone who's like tuning in. You know. Ugh. Yeah, it is kind of frustrating that people just don't.
Okay, made it just in time.
Oh yeah. Right on time. That's Ryo Mashida. Who he did some music for Yakuza 6, which you
Oh, okay.
I think the PC version they put in like just generic music for his thing, but
Yeah.
you can like mod that in pretty easily.
Okay.
The thing is that if and when you play that the timing of like the music and everything and the cutscenes is like around that and not the generic music that they use. I mean,
should I play the PS4 version instead? Because I do have that.
How sensitive are you to 30 frames per second and it being kind of it dipping below that at times? Because you see, Yakuza 6 is like the first Dragon Engine game,
Yeah.
and you know, like I've heard a lot of people say like Judgment, like the original Judgment, is like when, and like Yakuza 7 is when they seemed like they finally got a better handle on like trying to keep the performance under control.
Yeah.
So that's how I was.
I mean, 30 FPS was fine with me because that's how I played Yakuza 4.
Well, yeah, but that's like a more stable. From what I remember playing, I have played the PS3 version. I remember that being a lot more stable.
Oh,
this
okay.
is like, you know, sometimes it dips because, you know, the PS4. It seems like in that era that's like they just stopped caring about like performance on like a consistent basis.
Yeah.
To a certain extent, you know. It's just for me. It's like it's kind of hard to go back to 30 frames per second unless it's like part of the game.
Yeah.
Whenever, you know, I've been playing games at like, you know, 60 and beyond.
Yeah. Yeah,
like
I did get pretty used to like how Kiwami felt.
Oh. Well, yeah, and that's because it's technically a PS3 game on the PS4.
Yeah.
I think, anyways. I know Yakuza 0 came out on PS3. It's one of those Japan only sort of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep running into you in these races. I'm not intending to do that. Damn.
Oh god. Ah. aggressive for no reason.
That was harder than I expected.
See how they do.
Kind of got saved at the end there.
Wow, you got ahead of me. Rip
Yeah.
some donkus.
Some donkey.
Sounds like something like the Kremlings make, like a fake Donkey Kong or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to go back to like 60 like monitors that aren't 144 hertz and stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's not even necessarily like, it's just how it feels to look at to a certain
Yeah.
extent. Like even just doing stuff on the computer, like dragging my mouse around feels so much smoother.
Yeah.
Which I know is like not a big deal, you know. And obviously, you know, at work you use like I'm sure people use like computers that are just like random Dell, HP, whatever's, you know, that they got for cheap.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I have some 120 hertz phones and the 4K TV is 120, so I get
okay.
yeah. So I can appreciate like how much smoother it feels, but I'm still good with 60. Like it doesn't bother me as much as 30 would.
Yeah, I mean, 60 is like the bare minimum, I think, at this point. Which is why it's kind of frustrating that so many games are like, let's just do 30 frames.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you want more? You gotta use frame gen.
Yeah, or it's like imagine playing, I don't know, a launch, like, I don't know, Dead Rising 3 on Xbox One. Now, if I'm like thinking, if you put that in Xbox Series X, I'm sure that'll. I don't think that game's running any faster than what did when it released. You know.
Oh, it was locked at 30.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying as an example. Like, I have a feeling that when it's kind of like with the Steam Deck, and like you know how like people complain about the deck verified, like label.
It's like, oh, this is verified, but it runs at like 20 FPS.
Yeah, it's like, well, and my thing is like, okay, well, this isn't like a defense of the idea per se. It's more just what you have is ultimately a computer in your hands. It's just the thing is that people just look at it and be like, oh, this is like the Switch Pro, and it's like not under the hood. You know, there's a little bit more going on than it just being the ARM, whatever, the Tegra X1 thing.
Yeah.
But you know, that's like going into like nerd stuff.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're a nerd. Why do you have all this information? It's like, well, I mean, there's a reason people were hyped about it, and it's not just because it was like Switch Pro, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You got the
well, if their whole
the Steam machine.
Yeah, or the VR one that's gonna use an ARM chip. Like if they really nail the I guess emulation or translation layer or whatever on that
Compatibility layer, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, they really nailed that. I feel like the Steam Deck 2 could be like ARM based and do pretty well, and have like a proper sleep mode.
I get that, but at the same time, a part of me kind of prefers I prefer like the CPU actually being like the real deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get that.
Because when you start getting to like, oh, now it's got to make it for ARM. It's like, okay, that's neat for like PC games and like the mainstream stuff. You know, how about the emulator? I mean, I know I've seen some people like, oh yeah, it's not gonna be a big deal if everything goes ARM. You know.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, if you say so.
Yeah, no, I still would like things to be x86. Like, I can't imagine Microsoft ever doing well with ARM stuff. Like, because they've had Windows on ARM, it feels like forever, and like I never hear anyone say anything good about it.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine that changing anytime soon.
Well, the way I look at it is it's kind of like with Windows. Like, the thing about Windows is that as much as some people, these like Linux, you know, enthusiasts will be like, this is the year of the Linux desktop. We're finally free of the tyranny of Windows and Mac. And it's like, I mean, the problem is Windows has so much software, not just gaming software, but just like anything just in general that mostly just works, quote unquote. That to be like, oh yeah, we're just going to replace the whole idea of like, oh, we're just going to replace everyone's Linux, their Windows with Linux that's on their desktops. And it's like, dude,
Yeah, those people have
that's not gonna
never
happen.
like interacted with a normie.
It's like the moment you tell them sudo apt get update and like, oh, their packages are like, it's like, oh, there's a weird dependency that we can't like update this for. We held it back, and it's like, dude, no one's gonna. That's what you're dealing with. You got to communicate that to those kinds of people, and yeah, good luck trying to sell. Like the thing is, it's not even necessarily like the tech people. They might be in favor of it. But it's like the boomers who are like, sitting there. They have their seniority. They're thinking about, oh, I gotta go babysit the grandchildren or go to their basketball game tonight.
Yeah. Or just like Zoomers and Gen Alphas. Like I heard like tons of them don't even know how to like unzip a file on the computer.
Oh, dude.
Or, like, how to just use File Explorer in general.
Yeah, there was this one guy. I think I mentioned that I was like using Linux. This is like back when I was like in the distro hopping phase of everyone's like Linux usage, I think. And I sent him like a bunch of distros. I think he made, I don't know, I think he was like joking about it. He said he was like trying to hide from the government or something. This is, I mean, thing is, I want to think he's joking, but at the same time, I'll just say that how should I put this?
Probably wanted to download some Diddy Epstein stuff.
Well, I don't know about that, but like, I don't want to, again, I want to put him, assume the worst per se. 'Cause, I mean, we're not investigators, But anyway, I shared with him like zip or no, it's 7-zip, I think, of like everything because 7-zip has better compression. And he's like, we hear later, how do you unzip this? And I'm like, what the, like, this should be something that you should know, dude. If you're like super into computers, like it's a 7-zip file.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. Like things are. I think 7-zip was like more something from like back then. When things are not as things are a lot more were a lot pricier in terms of like storage.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's
also
still,
like if it's possible, like if he was on like Mac his whole life, he wouldn't know what a 7-zip is. Because it's not really a thing Mac people use.
I was gonna say I'm trying to remember if there even is a Mac version of 7-zip. I think there is, but I'm not.
Not an official version, but there's other apps you can use to deal with that.
Yeah, because I mean, I know like for Linux, if you want to open up 7-zip, it's like 7-zip, but it's like called P7-zip for some reason.
Okay. Yeah, I think I remember seeing that when I was messing around with Mint.
Oh, you messed with Mint a little bit?
Yeah. I think I told you like I kind of had like a not very good experience trying to install it because I haven't messed around with it in the past on like a live USB, but
yeah,
I was like I want to actually like install this to something so I don't have to like re-download Brave every time I boot it up. Yeah.
Well, yeah, the whole point of the live USB is supposedly like to give you like an idea of like what it's going to function. But see, the thing about Linux is you're best trying it out on like a second computer, which is why doing the whole thing with like bad that you're doing. I'm assuming on the computer you're doing that on the computer you're running on right now, right?
No, that's for the home theater PC.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was generally the thing that a lot of people recommend, even like Smith recommends, is like just don't install it on your main computer, just install it on like a random other computer and play around with it and don't like expect much of anything out of it, sort of thing, and just if you don't expect much, then you're not going to get like super disappointed when it can't run like Dead by Daylight because it the anti-cheat doesn't work because it has to install on Ring 0 and it's still there's like a whole bunch of cheaters anyways.
Yeah.
Great anti-cheat piece of software.
Yeah. Yeah, like when I tried out Mint on the live USB, I was like, oh, this is cool. And then like I actually tried installing it to a drive, and I kept running into like so many issues, and I had to keep consulting Brock I'm like sending
Which is-
screenshots to Grok, and I'm like, what do I do?
Which is weird because like Mint is like one of the like, I mean, other than like maybe Zorin, is like one of the like ones that everyone says like, oh, this is the one you should use. I mean, other than, and also like Ubuntu, but I feel like Ubuntu doesn't really get.
Yeah.
I feel like.
And then the stuff you've told me about Ubuntu, like I want to stay far away from.
Yeah, I would
Ubuntu.
not recommend people use Ubuntu nowadays, especially whenever they want you to like. I can't remember if it's like paying for it or if you have to like sign up with your email to like get like system OS updates or whatever.
Yeah.
The thing is that a lot of those like systems are like the Linux Mints, the MX Linuxes, the Zorins, like those are like good for like, I mean, maybe not MX Linux so much, but like those are good for like installing on like your parents' computers or something like that. Like I have Zorin on my mom's computer just because if and when I move out, and I know people like freak out about this with Zorin, because it's one of the few distros where it had like a paid subscription for better, not better like support per se. I mean, you do get like access to like a hotline you can call if you run into problems.
Okay.
But there's specific
Is it Indians on the other end, or?
I don't know, but I know there's like specific stuff you can't do in the OS unless you have like Zorin Pro or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But my thinking is if when I move out at some point in the future, so that way I'm not having to play tech support for the rest of my life. I'll be like, okay, look, here you go. You know, maybe I'll even pay for it. You know, if I can put it in the budget. You know, so that way I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Just call them. You know, with any issues you have, because you know I'm not here anymore to help you out with the printer or the scanner or anything. You know.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, like I always saw everyone say, "Oh, Mint is the easiest one to get going, plug and play and shit." But like I had a way easier time installing Bazite than I did with Mint.
Which again is like crazy to me because it's like, man, like Linux Mint is like the one you just install if you just gotta do like some general like computer stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, you can do gaming stuff fine, I bet. It's just you won't be like as bleeding edge as like some guy who's like, I'm an arch user, by the way. And he unironically is that meme guy. I don't know if you've ever seen that meme with like arch user. He's got the lady at the bench. And he's like, I'm an arch user, by the way. He's like, some guy who's like a nerdy looking guy.
Yeah. that reminds me of that green text video of the guy in college.
Oh, the gaming PC.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shared with me. Yeah, like the Tekken 5
dumb Stacy is complaining about my keyboard noise.
I'm like, dude, just get like an MX Silent. I'd say that, but it's like a gaming laptop, so I don't know if you can just like replace the keycaps, easily.
Yeah. Probably not.
But still, don't get like the most clicky of them all, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know it's like the MX, Rainbow Chrome, Alpaca, whatever. I will say like a lot of like the Linux names and stuff. You can tell something's like from a Linux community by like it being something being named after like some random animal or like a variant of an animal you've never heard of before.
Yeah. I mean, that's what Apple did with cats for a while.
Yeah, and they're like they're like variants like leopard or something.
Yeah, leopard, snow leopard, tiger.
I wonder if they got the guy who made the Jaguar like in on that. That's where they called it all cats because like they had like the Lynx. They also had a Panther.
Yeah, I think Jaguar was also one too.
They're obsessed with cats before the internet was.
Yeah.
Which is weird because I've gotten a lot of these like shorts where it's like one of them it's like a cat. And they're like, dude, why don't you ever see any of the shorts I send you? And it's like it has the cat like the shit he sends me,
Yeah.
It's like a cat like they shoot like 2 bullets. He grabs the bullets. And
yeah. You sent me that one.
Blows it up.
Yeah, I saw that. Dang. Thought I was doing all right. Guess I got destroyed.
Oh, I was doing worse. You gotta imagine like being like an actual like racer, like actually like making money for this. So you still get paid to like do the uh you still get paid for like even if you aren't like on top place or something.
Oh yeah,
From Formula One racing.
that would be nice.
It was actually crazy. I was actually on my on a certain dating service that I actually came across like a coworker from my job,
Oh,
and she's like into drag racing. I found like her profile, and like, dude, she has like it looked like professional, like I legit. She's like trying to make this a side hobby and like become like Danica Patrick or something.
oh, like she actually does the driving, like she races herself.
Yeah, well, it's just like drag racing. I don't know if it's like actual like Formula. I don't even know what Danica Patrick does. You know,
I think she's
like,
NASCAR.
Yeah, this isn't NASCAR. If it was that, I don't think she'd be working at this job. Unfortunately, she's apparently she already hooked up with like someone else, like not like married or engaged or anything.
Yeah,
But, you know, it's one of those things. It's like,
and she never deactivated her profile.
well, I think it's like just in the last few months that happened. You know,
Okay.
That's the impression I got, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things. It's like, it's like, oh man, like the stars are aligning here, you know.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that would be like a cool thing to kind of get into, like even if I never get into it as much as she does, you know.
Yeah.
Like when I say like she's into it, like there's like an actual like team that she's like working with.
Okay.
Like, you know, like in races they have like the pit stops and stuff.
Yeah, she has a whole crew. One of our friends, who we mentioned on the stream last night, Vic, he actually does. I don't know what kind of racing exactly, but he does do that. He's started in the past like 2 years or so.
So I'm told he like says a lot of out of pocket stuff or something like that.
Yeah.
Like
all the
like
time.
I don't. Like he says, like, oh, I'd like to see how him and myself would play, like him and Zerk would play along or whatever, you know.
Yeah, he always says that to me. Like, oh, he's always like, oh, Zerk and Vic should talk. I'm like, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Why, like it would just be chaos or something?
I mean, he thinks it would be like interesting and funny. I just don't know if there would be like that much to talk about.
Because I mean, I don't know anything about this guy because here's a bit of a tell-all a little bit. I don't myself and Immortalic, we don't know each other IRL. We met on a certain video game console homebrew site of the GBA 10 variety, which they have some helpful resources. Just don't get super involved in the community. That's all I'm gonna say right now. But
don't talk to anybody.
Yeah, don't talk to the regular users. Let me put it that way. I mean, some of them are fine, but you know,
definitely not the mods.
Yeah, although I feel like that's like a universal at this point. Like, I feel like you know what someone should do. They should make like an internet RPG or some kind of fan fiction or something, and like the mods are like they're like part of some like system that's like controlling the censorship or something.
Oh yeah, like each mod is a boss.
Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, we don't know each other IRL, so like, you know, whenever he mentions like this Vic guy or and some of the other people, I'm like, okay, I don't really know who that is. I don't have a face to put to the name or anything, you know.
Yeah. Oh, shit. But yeah, he like the basic gist of him. He's ex-military, and he's super duper extra into racing.
Oh, is he that one guy you told me about who's like had like interesting takes about like Trump or whatever, or is that a different guy?
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, okay. Like Trump is like supposedly the Antichrist, like for real.
Yeah, that's him.
And like some like he has like actual insight as opposed to like people being like, oh, there's this like weird sign and we're seeing all these patterns and
Yeah,
Yeah, I wonder if this Nick's girl Saki guy, I wonder if he's like a video game music remixer because I remember hearing some remixes of some fighting game music.
Yeah.
And his name was. I'm not gonna. I think you can put two and two what it's supposed to say. I don't want to say it on the stream in case we get get nuked by YouTube. But just look it up and you'll see like some like old remixes of like Tekken 4 music. And I know this because he would like have a sample of like him saying his name like in the early part of the remix.
Okay.
Yeah, I wonder if that's him. That'd be like a cool like small world moment. Be like, yo, I liked your remix from like 16 years ago or whatever.
Yeah, it's certainly possible.
It'd be like if you just run into like Maximilian dude or something. And it's like, but it's not like his Maximilian dude. It's like Miles, or like whatever his actual like internal channel name is, whatever it's called. So it's like, so I have to ask: is Cream like super like are the Chow like her BFFs basically, or?
Well, this Chow is like her personal pet, basically.
Okay.
And in the game she debuts in, Sonic Advance 2, she's basically the easy mode of the game. Because you can just press the B button and her Chow will kill whatever enemy is close.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I know she debuted in like Advance or one of these other games, or like from like the adventure era with like the art and like style, of, like how they draw Sonic.
Yeah.
Watch it make my okay, good. For a second, I thought I was gonna tip myself with my own box and glove.
I was getting boxed in there. Surprised I didn't get hit by the paint or whatever that's supposed to be.
Probably what it is. I actually took my car to the car wash, yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
Apparently, there was like salt on the bottom of my car frame or something.
Oh.
I found out it wasn't like just like. I thought it was just like, okay, it's just like a whatever, but apparently it can like rust out your like car frame. I was like, oh wow, now you tell me,
Yeah.
It's kind of scary because I'd rather not have my car fall apart,
Yeah. Is that like from the snow a while back, or?
Yeah, from like a few months ago, I think.
Okay.
Like make an appointment and get that all figured out because anytime I take it to like the car dealership, it's gonna be like an hour or something before they really get done with it. Which is fine. I just pull up my Steam Deck or something, play on that.
Yeah.
Super Nesper. Just imagine we become someone named Nesticle or something. It's like it would be cool if it has the name like in the style of like the UI where it's like all bloody and everything.
Yeah. I wonder if it would censor that on Switch here.
That would be like the most like that's how you're like doing something like you're hacking something like the UI gets all bloody and everything.
Yeah.
There's like some pretty genius design back in the day on their part.
Yeah. I remember when Modern Vintage Gamer was talking about like the history of NES emulators. He got like real kind of like, don't judge me. It's just that's what it was named. That's how it was back in the day.
Okay, I guess I don't remember that too well. I think I just got But at the very end, I got bogged by a bunch of items, and that's hit rock bottom. Rocky Maivia showed up and did his finisher on me. Was it Maivia or Maivia?
I don't know.
Yes, wrestling fans are gonna have to correct us on that one.
Okay.
I actually saw like a funny short. It's like Mortal Kombat characters in like UFC, and they had like Goro, and it looks like he just the face of like of the Rock, and just put his on like the body of like whatever render that they used.
Yeah.
It was funny. Like every time they have the UFC guy, he was like they would like have like something dangerous, and the guy would be like whoa, stop, like Kitana pulls out her fan, and he's like trying to stop it, forcing it to get violent.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, I think I heard like back in the day, like UFC was a lot more brutal as opposed to the weirdly almost gay.
Yeah, I feel like nowadays it's
grappling,
just like just grappling and trying to choke people out or whatever. Like to me that's the most boring thing ever. Like who enjoys just watching that every match?
Like I know why they do it, because the one guy, like him and his family, is like super like successful. Is like that's like actually an effective strategy to like exhaust your opponent and get him down.
Yeah.
And stuff, but it's like, bro, this is like, can we get some like Jeet Kune Do, like get Bruce Lee or Tony Jaa in here,
Yeah.
and they fight like for real, not just for the cameras.
Yeah. Sonic Mpreg.
Like I'm thinking either pregnant or like it's a weird like MPEG reference,
Yeah.
Maybe it's both.
Yeah, I remember seeing this YouTube video of this guy. He went to, I don't know if it was like jujitsu or some form of martial art where it's like exclusively like grappling, and he went to a tournament for it, and the guy would like try to like grapple him or bring him down, and he would just like get up, and the other guy wouldn't know what to do.
Wow.
And then like the judge came in, and he was like, no, you have to like you have to deal with that. He's like, but I could just get up.
Was it like Valetudo at all, or
what, the name or?
Yeah, like the style you use, was it like Valetudo? I know that's
No, I don't think that's what it was.
That's like Craig Marduk from like Tekken.
Okay.
In the world, like supposed to like hit that thing before trying to cram into it. The one block that's with the blinking red dot. Waffles 25 gamer. That's a Xbox 360 gamer tag if I've ever seen one.
XX Waffles XX.
Like, damn, what are you doing with your waffles every morning, man? Then you gotta put like XXX in front of it.
Epic Waffle Gamer XX.
I think Music Wolf GX. I was thinking like, what is that one game on the Xbox? Metal Wolf Chaos or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I'm confused. Did that game come out in the United States, or was that like Japan only?
I think it came out here.
The thing, for whatever reason, it has like a translation patch.
Oh, okay.
I saw online. I was like,
maybe it was like a really botched localization they did.
I know I've heard that one, like clip where they're like Michael or whatever.
Yeah. Somebody exploded.
Well, the edge.
Ah, I got Monster Mom.
Yeah, we're just gonna call it Monster Mod from here on out. Whenever we get hit with a monster truck, it's Monster Mod. It's alliteration. Rhymes. Wow. That's a weird place to put the boost on the edge.
Yeah.
Ow. What hit me?
Dang it. Dang it. Oh, I got destroyed right at the end there.
I don't know what I'm 5 or 6 or 7 or something.
I definitely came in last or something. That was terrible.
Oh,
okay.
6.
Oh my god, it's FTM Silver again.
Oh,
at least I beat.
Yeah, at least you beat him, but I wonder if like that's just the statement on the you know commentary on the state of the player base. Like it's just like a small group of people who are
Yeah, like it's actually not that popular.
Well, it's kind of like whenever people pull up like Steam charts, like, oh, this game is like dead now. Like we're talking about Overdone.
Yeah.
Like when people are talking about like the new Marathon or like all these, you know, Concord likes.
Yeah.
You know, like they're talking about like it's like the Steam charts like I think like Marathon. Some people are saying it's like not doing as bad as like all the Concords, but
yeah, it's not doing as bad as those, but it's still not doing enough to like make back its money, most likely.
To justify bringing the IP back for like a game. I'm like thinking, how many people know about this game now? Like, it's like a Mac only game. I know it's like Bungie. It's like the Halo before Halo for Bungie. It's like you always have to ask that question, like how many people have actually played this? And that's the thing about like Half-Life 3 is like whenever that releases, it's like how are you going to bring everyone back up to speed? You know?
Yeah, and it's like how many people outside of the meme actually care? You know,
which is actually kind of impressive because like Metroid Dread sold as well as it did because like technically, I mean I know in the game itself and it's weird in the trailer it was like Metroid 5, you know, kind of like in Super Metroid and Metroid Fusion.
Yeah.
But like in the actual like game, they don't have it like see like Metroid 5. Because I know you're generally more of a fan of the Prime games, but it's kind of like you do know those are just like spin-offs, right? You know, not you, but like some other people I talk to, like, that they treat it like it's the main series, you know.
Oh yeah, I've seen so many people online, like ever since Prime 4 got announced, they just call it Metroid 4 online.
And like you realize what that's like Metroid Fusion, you know.
Yeah.
Like you gotta remind them.
Yeah. But yeah, that's gonna do it for our post-Easter Clarity Racing. Thank you all for tuning in. Yeah, thank you all for hanging with us. We hope you'll join us next time. We appreciate if you like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification, all that good stuff. And check out the links in the description. And until next time, we will catch you then.
Yeah.